Hey guys, it's Nostal-Gi-Oh here, back with another deck profile. Today we're doing Lightsworn for the Edison format, so 2010 Edison YCS Edison format. Uh, pretty basic, straightforward Lightsworn deck, and we do have a side deck and extra deck to show as well. But yeah, it's a pretty standard, pretty basic, straightforward Lightsworn deck. So let's go ahead and get into it. So the format before this Twilight Lightsworn Chaos was really powerful. So they did hit Lightsworn pretty hard on the list, so a lot of really good cards are currently pretty low on the list. Things like JD at 2, but of course we're going to play 2, it's the main card. That's why we're playing all these weird Lightsworn cards. This is the payoff of the Lightsworn deck. Obviously, we're playing Beckoning Light to add it back. It's JD. It's a JD deck. 2 JD. Then into the actual Lightsworn monsters, I played triple Raikou. This is a good one, for the format. The format's like fairly slow. It does have pop-off moments, but it is fairly slow. So Raikou as a triple is really, really good. Spot removal is really, really powerful, and non-targeting, it's a very strong card. Next, played Triple Wolf. This is the other big man of the deck that we get for free every turn. Hopefully, you can brick on this guy, but we do play, Triple Solar Recharge, which is good for this, getting them out of your hand. But yeah, this card's pretty strong. 2100, you get them for free a lot of the time. A lot of like end phases, you get it. A lot of powerful charge of the Light Brigades and solar recharges. You get this card, and it's really really powerful. So playing triple this is good. It does brick, but it is really powerful when you just get free summon 21s. Next, we played 2 Lila. Back row removal is really good. You do this and then JD, and you kill him. And, this just guarantees that the JD lands sometimes. It also is just good for tempoing. Also just MST and then mill 3 on end phase is a really, really strong normal summon. And 17 is even pretty big. So Lila is one of the best Lightsworns. It has been for a really long time. And we don't have Raiden or anything like we would in, current Yu-Gi-Oh! So Lila is a really, really strong card. Next, another 2 of is Jane. Just gets big, 21 when you attack, 18 otherwise. Mill 2 on end phase is pretty good, so it's just another good name. And then I played 2 Celestia. It's another good name, but it also is good removal. If you tribute a Lightsworn for its normal summon, you can mill 4 and then pop 2 cards on the field. So that's really, really good. This one does target, but it's still insane. Like, pop 2 is really, really powerful. Then a bunch of 1-ofs. So Lumina is unfortunately hit to 1 on this list, but it's really, really strong. With Aaron, Arcus, and Garoth, all 1-ofs. Very utilizable. You have charge to search them. You have Lumina to add them back. I think we're even playing a monster reincarnation currently. No, I cut that one. No, actually, I am playing it, and we're playing Beckoning Light. So you have a lot of ways to reuse these cards, and we mill a lot of cards. So we're gonna mill them and then reuse them, and it's a good time. Also, just utilizing a lot of 1-ofs is good because we need 4 names in graveyard for JD's free summon. So yeah, you need a lot of them. Next, that's all for the Lightsworn monsters. Next, we're just playing some good, light and dark cards. So, first off, 2 Honest. This card's actually at 2 in this format, which is kind of crazy. Double Honest is really good. We also have Triple Beckoning Light. This card is really, really obnoxious, for your opponent to play around. If you have Lightsworns on the field, then you have these to stop you from dying. And if you have no cards on field, you have Tragodia and Gores to stop you from dying. So, the deck can just die, but if you have monsters on field, your opponent has to be very, very wary of Double Honest. Double Honest is insane. Next, we played Gores, Trag, cards are crazy, and then the generic, good darks to mill, the Plague Spreader and Necrogardna. These cards are really, really powerful. Necrogardna is another just like you don't die card, and Plague Spreader is really powerful for synchro plays. It's actually the only tuner in the deck, fun fact. And yeah, but we do play Brain Control, I think, as well. So I hope. I'm actually siding Brain Control, I think. But yeah, regardless, these cards are all really good. That's all the monsters. So let's get into these spells. Played triple Solar Recharge and 1 charge. Charge is at 1, unfortunately, but triple Recharge is still pretty good. You draw a lot, you mill a lot. Getting through the deck is really powerful. This deck's super sacky, so you can definitely brick on just like a bunch of Lightsworns, but if you mill well and draw into your good spells, this deck kind of just pops off, which is insane. So that's those. I'm playing the triple Upstart Goblin. Shout out Tobin. Shout out Zaid. We've made some changes to the deck. We got this, put in the Upstart Goblins. It's pretty consistent. Better than just like some cards that aren't that good. We were playing the Threatening Roars like in the first place, I think Hugart got from on Edison format. .com on he got like first at like Edison Legends or something. And yeah, but we switched out some cards, added Upstart Goblin, just added to the consistency. It's a sack deck. Why would you not play 37 cards when you can play 40? It's just optimal. Reincarnation, it's a really good one-of spell. It add back JD is pretty scary. It's pretty good. You can add back like Celestia, whatever really works in the situation, but it's usually like Honest or JD. Next, card destruction. I don't really care too much for discarding cards in this deck, so usually, you get some names in there, you get some good graveyard effects, your dead wolves, and then draw cards. And even if you have to discard good cards, like I said, I'm playing triple Beckoning Light, so we can add back those Honest JDs for free pretty easily later in the game, or not really for free, but at the cost of any amount of cards in our hand. But yeah, card destruction just doesn't, it's not a downside for the deck really, so it's usually on the upsides. It kind of sucks to discard, grave effects from my opponent, but it's a pretty worth payoff in this deck. Then I played Foolish, usually just for Wolf, but you can also get the Necro Gardener, Plague, or a name, or even JD or Honest for Beckoning Light. So this card's just really good. It's very versatile. Heavy Storm, Giant Trinade, and Cold Wave. I'm playing the whole Trinity here. No MST. It's just the 3 blanket get rid of back rows. I really like all these cards in this format and in this deck. It's really powerful. You do this, and then you JD and you kill them. It's pretty good. Deck usually works pretty well, so these cards are pretty sweet in it. And then the only trap card, Beckoning Light. 3 Beckoning Light. It's like I said, it's really, really powerful. I mean, add back double JD. You win. You win a lot of the time when you activate Beckoning Light late game. And even if you don't win, you nuke the field, and it's really, really strong. Even if the JD doesn't stick on the field, it's still pay a K to nuke the field. So if your opponent has like 3 cards in the bottomless, they're still losing all their cards when you only lost a K of life points. And obviously your guy if it gets bottomless or something. But this card's really, really powerful. It really just like sets the deck up over and over again, and it's really good. I mean, it makes your graveyard your hand, and it's a mill deck. Like, why would you not play 3? It's an insane card. Anyway, that's it for the main deck. 37 cards with Upstart, 40 cards, including the Upstart. But into the extra deck, I played Armory Arm for a 4. This extra deck's really basic, so we're just going to go fast through it. So Armory Arm for 4, Cataster and Magical Android for 5s, Brio, Urqueza, Tempest Magician, Goyo Guardian for your 6s. Like I said, it's very basic. We're just playing all these guys. Tempest Magician, since we're actually playing spellcasters, can close games really easily. I've actually done a lot of work with this card before. It's really, really powerful. And I mean, it's banned for a reason. 7, Arcanite Magician, and Black Rose. I think these cards are just really, really powerful. Once again, we're actually playing spellcasters, so this card can be extremely powerful. If my opponent plays a lot of tuners and stuff, then we can side in Brain Control and take their tuners for them. But this is also easily makeable by Celestia and Plague Spreader, which is really, really powerful. So having the removal on 7s is really, really good. 7 is a really good removal axis. Then next we play some 8s, the Stardust, the Red Dragon, Colossal Fighter, then a 9 being the Mistworm, and I played the Chimera Tech since we're siding the Cyber Dragons. So it's a pretty basic extra deck, but it's very effective. Into the side deck, it's a rough side deck for sure, but it's pretty sufficient, I'd say. 2 Cyber Dragons. Cyber Dragon's really good in the format with the machine decks going around. It's also not a bad, just like summonable monster going second. I'm probably not going to side it against anything other than machine, but 2 guys and 1 in your extra deck to just have a very, very good matchup against all machine decks, the Machina and the Gadget decks, is good. Even, or no, I'm thinking of a different format. I was going to say Karkuri. But yeah, these are all really good. It's better than System Down a lot of the time, and it's really good. Then I played Triple DD Crow. Once again, it's the only hand trap. Of course, I do like this card a lot. I side it in almost every deck, 2 to 3 copies. Then I played Triple Knock. Knock is pretty annoying for those back row decks. There's a lot, or back row decks, the slow decks that set Raikou, set even Dandelion and stuff. These are really good for, so siding 3 is pretty cool. I do want to play Quarantine. I'll have Justice Quarantine. That's the card that I would like to be, or another card I would like to be siding, but I don't have any currently, and I didn't want to proxy them for the side deck. But that's a really good option. Brain Control at 1. It's a good card. I'm siding 1. If you go second, it's really good. It's good against certain decks. Honestly, I should just be maining it probably, but Oh well. Next, I played 2 Royal Decree. It's at 2 on the list, unfortunately, instead of 3, but it is still really, really powerful. It's a high impact trap card that kind of just turns off traps for the rest of the game, which is really, really good. I like it. I like double Royal Decree. And then we're playing some more, essentially Royal Decrees, Trap Stun, but this is just for the turn. It turns off all traps for the turn. It's really good against, things like Oppression and stuff like that. So Trap Stun is very, very strong. Just flip it and win, right? Flip it and win. That's kind of what you do. And then the last card, I couldn't think of what other cards. These would probably... I'd probably cut 2 of these and 1 of this for like 3 Quarantine. But for now... These are good. Pulling the Rug stops normal summon effects. It hits Armageddon Knight. It hits Diva. It hits. There's a lot of cards. Caius. It hits a lot of really good normal summon cards. Actually, I don't know if that's gray area with tribute summons. Can you Pulling the Rug Monarch? I think you can. It still counts as your normal summon. So anyway, yeah, that's the side deck. It's pretty normal, but it felt pretty sufficient in our games. So anyway. That's it for the deck profile. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe for sure. Make sure to join the Discord. A lot of cool things happening in there. Links in description, of course. That's it. Hope you have a good week. Goodbye.